how was your sleep last night? So today we're gonna talk about sleep posture for neck pain relief, back pain relief, and other surprising benefits.
Sleep is the foundation of mental health, physical health, and performance of all kinds, cognitive performance, physical performance, etc. It also controls things like our immune system, wound healing, our skin health, and our appearance, whether or not we can think clearly or not, whether or not we will live as long as we possibly can or not. Everything in life gets better when we're sleeping well.
Sleep is very important. When we sleep, our body and mind heals. So if you're not getting enough sleep, you're most likely not healing as good. So what is poor sleep health? It's when you have a hard time sleeping, hard time falling asleep, a hard time getting up from the bed, hard time staying asleep, and frequently waking up throughout the night. So whatever we can do to position our body that we ensure that we're getting a good night's sleep and rest, we should practice that. And a lot of people doesn't know about proper posture in sleeping. And most of the time, we don't think about these things until it's actually causing us discomfort or problems. And most likely this happens as we get older, as you turn in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 60s, and above. When we're like 10 or 12, this may not be an issue at all. So making necessary adjustments to ensure good spine health and good sleep, we allow ultimate and maximum healing while we sleep. Let's do this. In a perfect world, when somebody has pains, musculoskeletal pains, or recovering from surgery, when we fall asleep, we should be waking up rejuvenated and pain-free. However, in most scenarios, this is not what occurs. For some people who do not have back pain, they go to sleep and they wake up in pain. Or for individuals who have history of neck pain and back pains, they go to bed at night and then they wake up in pain. Seems like the sleep woke up the pre-existing neck and back issues. So how did this happen? Did you know that there is such thing as sleep posture? Sleep posture is very similar to the proper posture that we practice and advocate when we're sitting and standing. When we're sitting and standing, our ear should be aligned to your shoulder, shoulder to your hip, and hip aligned with your ankles. When we sleep, ideally we want our same thing, our ear aligned to your shoulders, shoulders to your hip. And the excessive forward motion or rotational component in your spine is going to cause muscle spasm. There was actually a study that showed increased forward flexion or rotational components of your spine and joints while you sleep. 10 minutes causes muscle spasm. So no wonder that sometimes we wake up in pain. So we have to practice proper sleep posture and proper sleep health. Let me tell you a story which may resonate with you or somebody you know. In the physical therapy realm, oftentimes I would encounter a patient and then they would say, I picked up my dog, or I picked up a box. I had severe back pain, or I was typing in the computer for 8 hours and now my neck hurts. I couldn't sleep on the bed. Ended up sleeping in the recliner and it's so comfortable. That is fine. If sleeping on the recliner is gonna help you get a good night's sleep and heal 2 or 3, 4 days after the injury, that's okay. However, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, even over a year later,
a little later, much later, much later, much later, much later,
you're still sleeping on a recliner, again, predisposing your spine and your back and your joints into that improper sleep posture will just enhance that pain cycle and muscle strain. And guess what happens? What do you think will happen as this person starts transitioning from sleeping position in a recliner to standing up position? Of course, they're going to assume that forward hunched posture, which causes a lot of issues, breathing problems, balance problems, because your center of gravity goes forward. And when you walk and you propel forward, you're just chasing the center of gravity. It causes shoulder pains because you're going to be rounding your shoulders. So when you round your shoulders and you reach forward, it's causing some impingement syndromes. Your neck, as you're assuming this forward neck posture, it's gonna strain your neck even more. And because we're also forward bending from the back, you're not using your core muscles properly. And because you're not using your core muscles properly, you're making your quad and your lower legs work harder, putting extra strain on your knees and your ankles. So there's a lot of problems that goes on when we don't try to correct the way we're standing up. Sometimes it's the simplest things that makes a big difference. Let's start talking about the proper way to sleep at night. Let's say if you're a back sleeper, for your neck health, ideally we just want to use one supportive pillow on your neck. What happens when you stack 2 or 3 pillows on your neck leans forward, and that excessive forward flexion or bending of your neck increases your muscle strain. A lot of us do that while we're watching TV or reading a book. So one supportive pillow for your neck when you sleep is enough. And to help with your spine, highly encouraged 2 or 1 thick pillow under your knees to keep your lumbar spine relaxed. Okay, let's say I'm stacking 3 or 4 pillows in my neck, not because I have neck pain, but it's because I have sleep apnea or I have GI problems, so I have to keep my head elevated. The proper way to do this is you have to use an incline, wherein your lumbar and thoracic spine is supported on the incline and still using 1 pillow. This ensures your ear, shoulder, and hip are aligned as you sleep. And again, highly encouraged, add another thick pillow under your knees to keep your lumbar spine more relaxed. Now, to address back pains or just to keep the healthy back, what we need to do, if you are a back sleeper, you use 1 pillow for your head. Highly recommended, use a lumbar support or a lumbar pillow under your knees. What it does, it helps with that proper alignment of your spine by using supportive pillows, and also it decompresses your lumbar spine. Try that and see how it makes you relax better at night. If you're a side sleeper, 1 good supportive pillow between your legs. What it does, it keeps your back aligned and it prevents your hip from rotating forward. If you take out that pillow, you'll see what happens. Your hip, the upper leg, will pull your spine forward, causing that rotational torque in your spine. And that, again, can increase and exacerbate or stimulate muscle spasm in your back. Again, if you're a side sleeper, supportive pillow between your legs, and that keeps your spine and your hip aligned. Not only this helps keeps your spine aligned, but it keeps your joint in a proper position and alignment. So try this simple techniques. Again, the simplest things can make a whole world of difference. Whatever you can do to have a good night's sleep is a game changer. Write in the comment below if you have any other suggestions on how to sleep properly. Subscribe for more health hacks into wellness and longevity.